Commission on Elections approved the resolution to allow absentee voting for media. This means that every registered media personnel can vote in advance, since many of them will be deployed to cover the elections all over the country. How significant is the decision of the Commission on Elections? Joining us tonight is Attorney James Jimenez, spokesperson of the COMELEC. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, how will the COMELEC implement this resolution, and which will allow absentee voting for media, and when will this happen?
Well, basically, the members of the media will have to apply for local absentee voting. They have to go to the offices of the COMELEC in the field, and they have to file their application. With their application, they will have to say and make it very clear that they will not be able to vote on election day by reason of their occupation, which means to say they will be on coverage or they will be otherwise occupied, so that on election day itself, they will not be able to go to the precincts where they are registered to vote. Voting will start April 28, 29, and until 30. And that means that it's really early voting, meaning to say they're about 2 weeks ahead of the rest of us.
Sir, does this mean that the individual media personnel will have to be the one to apply, or will this be done by the media organization?
No, this will have to be done individually.
So what are the specific requirements that need to be submitted?
Well, they have to prove that they're members of the media and that they are attached to a particular news agency or a news outlet. They have to show proof of their work as well. But that's really an exceptional case. In general, we just need for them to be proven to be members of the media.
Sir, do you have an estimate on how many members of media will be accredited? Like, let's say, teachers or PNP or personnel, will they also be included in this?
Teachers, government employees, military personnel, PNP personnel, these are a separate category of local absentee voting. Media is a separate category as well. For the media, we expect somewhere in the neighborhood of 15 to 20 possibly might apply for accreditation. As for the military and the government employees, we don't know that yet, but we will know that very soon, because the deadline for their filing of their applications for local absentee voting is March 15. For the members of the media, that their deadline is March 31.
So moving on to another issue, sir, a quick update. This early, are the networks required to inform the COMELEC if candidates are covered for the news or invited to public affairs shows to discuss issues not related to their campaign?
Well, we still ask the media to inform us, but only so that we know where to look when candidates appear on television. We no longer require them to seek our consent. We just ask them to give us notice.
And finally, sir, are the networks complying with the COMELEC rules on advertising, and are their candidates violating it?
Our rules are as far as the advertising.
So you're choppy. The line's choppy.
Yeah. Right. Our rules so far, advertising have to do with limits, meaning to say limits for television and radio, and size limits for everything else. As far as that's concerned, advertising, we can't see the violations just yet. However, we do see violations in terms of where they put their propaganda materials. We see illegally sized posters, illegally placed posters, and we call them out as we see them. So
just to be clear, if a candidate will be invited for a certain issue, that will not be counted in their time?
No, in general, no.
Okay, on that note, thank you very much for joining us tonight. That was Attorney James Jimenez, spokesperson of the COMELEC.